The Cannabis Show is for information only. You should always consult with a qualified and licensed physician or other medical care provider.
It's the Cannabis Show. Kait talks about how cannabis can support treating SAD, seasonal affective disorder. We discuss the removal of terpenes from oils, and Kait and Basil are in the back getting ready for the next round of strain versus strain. You heard that right. Kait is now in for heart for this episode.
Player 1, Player 2, fight.
It's time for strain versus strain. Heart. You're looking at a little different. Oh wait, it's Kait. Kait is going to take on Basil, and you will both have 30 seconds to defend your strain. For your chance to win a prize today, tell us who you think wins in the YouTube comments below. Today, Kait is representing Campania from licensed producer Broken Coast, with Basil representing Orellium from MedReleaf. Okay, Kait, newbies first. You have 30 seconds to make your case. Are you ready?
Yes!
All right, make heart proud. 3, 2, 1, and go!
Campania, it sounds like company or camping, what's not to like? Campania is from one of my favorite licensed producers called Broken Coast, which is a small batch producer from Vancouver Island. Afria likes them too. They just bought them for like $230 million or something like that. Campania is one of their core strains, and it's a cross between an indica and a high CBD, so it's a 1-to-1. So it sits right around like 8% for both, and price about $8 too, $7.75 a gram. And it feels kind of uplifting to me, even though it's an indica dominant strain, and it's great for evening or day use, and great for like the synergistic effects are great for pain and inflammation and anxiety and depression and all sorts of things like that. Buy it.
Whoa, that was a lot of words, Kait. All right, time is up. Good job though. Okay, Basil, you're up. Are you ready to beat a rookie?
Let's give it a go.
You're gonna let the rookie beat? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go!
All right, Orellium from MedReleaf. It's one of their new CBD-rich offerings. Twice the amount of CBD as THC. The bud structure on this thing is fantastic. It's tight, dense. When you break it up, it fluffs up nicely. The terpene profile in this strain, lots of myrcene. Almost half the terpene profile is myrcene. But it's got some guaiol, it's got some bisabolol, it's got some caryophyllene in there. To me, it smells like a baby Rex almost. Like it's got almost that same terpene profile, but a little bit less. It's really great strain. Check it out.
Yeah, baby Rex. What could just like this one? The rookie is putting in a little bit of a. That's awesome. Really good job. So we got the vet against the rookie, and great job to both of you. For those of you watching at home, who do you think won? Tell us in the comments below, and we'll announce the winning strain in an upcoming show. We'll also choose a winning YouTube comment at random to win a prize.
It's winter in Canada. Typically, this is a time of year when many of us deal with SAD, or seasonal affective disorders. How does it show up? Stress, fatigue, depression, personal and interpersonal conflict. Because of reduced sunlight, many people experience a drop in their serotonin production and a rise in their melatonin, which makes you less happy and more sleepy. However, there are some great tools for upping that downturn in serotonin production. Don't forget the staples like green drinks, vitamin D, and walking, all of which trigger serotonin production. And maybe give your life a music soundtrack with mood-lifting playlists. Experiment with cannabis strains with CBD and/or sativas proven to help regulate serotonin production. Campania from Broken Coast is a CBD and THC strain, and just a wee bit does the trick for me. You can always experiment and add a little sativa like their Texada into the mix. And lastly, even if you don't have your license to grow, soon we should all be able to grow a few plants. An added benefit to the economics and feel-good of growing plants are the grow lights, which provide the same spectrum of blue-white light that the sun does, triggering serotonin production. And if you grow your own, you can juice the leaves of the healthiest plant on the planet. For these reasons and more, cannabis can really help with the winter blues.
You can ask us anything on the Cannabis Show. Good day, I'm Chris, this is Kait, and we have Basil over here. If you'd like to submit a question on the Cannabis Show, email us, thecannabisshow@naturalhealthservices.ca. Today's question, actually quite a long one. Louise, I think, is a little frustrated here. On an episode of The Cannabis Show, Basil talked about how terpenes can be removed from oils and sometimes put back in. I'm wondering if another episode can go into this more detail. My oils from Spectrum don't have terpenes. Now I'm worried. I don't know where to begin to find a better yellow and blue oil equivalent. Also, I'd appreciate clarification about oil dosing too. NHS Materials and Bud Geniuses promote microdosing 4 times per day, starting at 0.1 for a week before bumping up. And Medrum's Materials say to start at 0.5 day 1 for yellow, jumping 0.5 per day milliliters. Blue oil starts at 0.3 and bumps by 0.3 per day. That's, how do you want to break this down?
Well, I'll take the first part of that, and I'll say, don't be worried. Some of the licensed producers,
about the terpenes.
Right, about the terpenes. While damaging terpenes can be part of the process when creating certain extractions, some of the licensed producers actually purposely take those terpenes out and don't put them back in because they want to mute those effects. So they want you to have just the cannabinoid, just get that cannabinoid part of the plant.
Straight CBD or THC.
That's right, for the most part. Other licensed producers choose to take out those terpenes so they're not damaged in the process and then reinsert them so that you can get effects similar to the dried cannabis.
Yeah, and if you're really concerned about having terpenes in, come and speak to a Bud Genius and we can always hook you up, if that's important to you. And Kate, what about the dosing?
Dosing, always a bit of a gray zone. The most important thing about dosing, though, is that you keep that word microdosing in mind. We recommend 0.1 up to 4 times a day because we found that some patients, especially in the elderly population, that'll be enough for them, especially as they're building it up in their system. It might make them drowsy at first. It could have different kinds of effects. So we really like to get in under that sweet spot so that when they hit the sweet spot, everything will come into focus. It'll be great. Their system will have time to have adapted to the phytocannabinoids. That's why we like to really err to the side of less is more, definitely.
Yeah, and I had a patient in the other day, actually. It was quite interesting. She said that she was at 0.3 and it was too much. She actually brought it down to 0.1 a day, and that was the effective point. Usually there's a ballpark figure of about 0.3 to 0.7, but really, for most of us, you don't need that much.
That's true.
Yeah, Louise, thank you for your question.